Have you ever wondered why some people are widely successful in their lives while others tend to constantly struggle? Have you ever wondered why do some people live life in fear while others live life in possibilities? Why are some people self-confident while others shy away from new people and new experiences, almost afraid of life? Why an A student struggle in the real world while a C student thrive? Why some children have strong self-esteem while others feel that they aren't quite good enough? Hi everyone, today I would like to talk with you about a lot of things. How our mind works, how communication in the family shapes our children's lives, happiness, self-esteem and self-confidence. Today I will talk about the secret behind why some people live life at their fullest potential while others live life in fear. And the most important thing that I will focus is self-esteem. I will talk about how important it is to have high self-esteem and explain how self-esteem is developed in early years, in childhood. Also, I will share with you some tips on what we should do as parents to make sure that our children will have strong self-esteem and strong confidence. So I will start by asking you some questions. Have you ever watched young children at play? Have you ever watched a 4-year-old girl playing princess? When she dresses up and twirls around the room, what she will say? I'm the most beautiful princess in the world, right? Have you ever watched a young girl saying this? Or a 4-year-old boy playing superhero, what he will say? What say children when they are small and they dress in superheroes? They say, I'm Superman, I'm the strongest, I'm the most powerful in the world. I'm going to catch the bad guys and save the world. Isn't it? But have you watched that the 4-year girl, when she will dress up and look in the mirror, is that 4-year girl will say, does this dress make me look fat? Or what will others think? I wonder if he will like me. Or a 4-year boy, a little boy, when he dresses up as a superhero and look in the mirror, he will say, oh man, I need to work out, or that bad guy is too scary, or what if he's too strong? Would they say something like this at the age of 4? No, they don't say something like this, things like this, because they think they are on the top of the world. They think that anything it is possible for them, right? But if we look at the same children at the age of 12, which end of spectrum are they more likely to be on? I'm the greatest and I will conquer the world side, or am I good enough? What will everyone think side? I'm sure that you have noticed that many children, the age of 7 or 8, they started comparing themselves to other children, whereas several years earlier, they felt that they could do almost anything, that they are beautiful, that anything it is possible. So what happened? Why they don't think the same? Why they don't have the same beliefs about themselves? Why they have self-doubt now? Why they feel fear? Why they are afraid of judgment? Well, the answer to this question it is because they have formed negative beliefs about themselves and how the world works. But let me explain what are beliefs first of all. Well, we all have beliefs. And belief systems are the programs that are running in our mind. Beliefs are what we believe about ourselves, about our world, and how everything works. It's what we think is right or wrong, true or false about life. And we have thousands of beliefs about every area of our own life, such as school, sports, family, friends, money, health, religion, and so on. And those beliefs are solid ideas that are stored in our subconscious mind. Whether they are really true or not, we will believe in them. We will believe in those beliefs as long as we hold them in our mind. And nothing in this world is so powerful as our beliefs. Our beliefs have the power to dictate the direction of our life. Our beliefs directly impact how we feel about ourselves, which is our self-esteem, and what we can accomplish in our lives, which is our self-confidence. We have two types of beliefs or programs running in our mind. We have supporting beliefs and we have limiting beliefs. Beliefs either support us in creating what we want in our life or they don't. Supporting beliefs support us in achieving what we want. Supporting beliefs makes us feel good about ourselves and achieve our goals. Let me share with you some examples of supporting beliefs. Well, it could be something like, I can do it, or I can do whatever I set my mind to, or everything it is possible. Can you see how this lifts you up? We also have limiting beliefs, as I said, but those limiting beliefs are those that hold us back in life. It keeps us away from what we want. Limiting beliefs can make us feel bad about ourselves, and it keeps us from ever achieving our goals. Let me share with you some examples of limiting beliefs that can hold us back in life, not just us, our children as well. I can't do it, or I'm too shy, I'm not very intelligent, I'm too old to go back to school, I'm too old to start a business, or it's hard to make friends, or nobody wants to be my friend. All these limiting beliefs, I hope you notice that they are based on fear, they are based on self-doubt, on peer pressure, on judgment, on messages from parents, messages from society, messages from teachers, messages from coaches, messages from media, and past failures. And the fear created by these limiting beliefs keeps us from venturing outside the box, keeps us in our comfort zone. It keeps us away from where the hurt could be, where the criticism can be, where the judgment can be. So instead, it becomes easier to stay behind those walls where we know it is safe. Well, if we keep repeating the same things, we avoid doing the things that we will like to do because we have limiting beliefs, that wall becomes our comfort zone. Well, the same happens with our children if they have limiting beliefs. So, for example, when a child has limiting beliefs about himself, he's not very confident and he acts shy. He sits on the back of the classroom. He sits on the sidelines when other kids are playing. He's afraid of trying new things. It is hard for a child with low self-esteem to make friends. A child with low self-esteem will be that child who will be picked on at school. And at the same time is that child who won't stand up for himself. Well, now, where do our beliefs come from? As I said, our beliefs are developed as when we were children, when we were small, and they stick with us like glue into adulthood. And those beliefs influence the way that we live. So whether we hold negative or positive beliefs about relationships, money, or our own abilities, all this makes the path that is our life. Now, let's see how beliefs are formed. Well, beliefs are formed in three ways. Is consciously taught, developed through observation, or developed through experiences, from past experiences. Let me explain a little bit more. So as I said, belief system can be formed, first of all, consciously taught. Well, consciously taught belief system are the beliefs that one person teaches another person. Belief system exists based on nationality, on religion, social status, educational background, on our own age, and so on. So every culture has beliefs that they teach. Every religion has beliefs that they teach. Now, every family has beliefs that they teach. Okay, so for example, a French Christian woman will have different beliefs than an American Christian woman, or a 60-year-old German woman will have a very different belief system than a 20-year-old Chinese man. Another way that beliefs are formed is developed through observation. So in addition to beliefs that we are consciously taught, we also pick up beliefs based on what we observe around us. And these beliefs are often developed at the subconscious level, and we may not be aware that they exist. So, for example, a child who sees his parents donate money to charity, he might develop a belief that giving it is part of life. Or a child who sees his mother exercise to stay healthy might develop a belief that staying physical fit, it is important. Or a child who sees his father open a can of beer every day after work might develop a belief that drinking a beer is the way to relax after work. Or a child who sees his mother judging another person because of his race might develop a belief that all people of that race are not worth it. Beliefs can also be developed as a result of a specific event or experience. So, for example, a child who is teased at school because of her clothes might develop a belief that certain clothes are important for fitting in. Or a child who wins the game for his team a few times might develop a belief that he is a star athlete. Now, the interesting thing about beliefs is that each of us might observe the same things or experience a similar event, but yet we develop different beliefs as a result of that experience. So, for example, a child who sees his father open a can of beer after work might develop a belief that drinking a beer is the way to relax after work, and he believes that he has to repeat the pattern when he grows up. He chooses to repeat the pattern when he grows up. On the contrary, his brother, who experienced the same situation, might develop a belief that drinking causes people to check out and might choose not to drink when he grows up. Now, as you can see, belief system can be formed at a very young age. The challenging thing for us as grown-ups is that we might have developed beliefs at the age of 6 that are impacting how we experience our life and not even be aware of those beliefs. Now, I would like to ask you, how do we educate our children? Based on what? Yes, we educate our children based on what we know, what our parents taught us, based on our beliefs. Well, sometimes because of this, some children lose their self-esteem and their self-confidence. Now, I would like to ask you a question. I don't know if it is someone with me because it doesn't show me. Now, can anyone remember of being judged? Can anyone remember if your parents ever told you, when we go there, be careful what you are saying, what you are doing, because I don't want people to say that I didn't educate you. Or don't dress like that. You want people to talk about you? Type yes if you are afraid of being judged. Now, I would like to know who is afraid of making mistakes. Or do you think that mistakes are bad? What is your opinion about mistakes? Is it here someone who is scared of making mistakes or failing, and because of this never took action to change something, even if it's something that you would love to? Or have you ever had an idea, but you never start that idea, that dream, because you thought that everything must be perfect before you are starting, before you are doing it? Please type yes or no. Now, did you ever compare yourself with others, your job, your car with others? Or do you remember being compared as a child? Have you ever heard these words? Oh, I don't want to risk. What if I will lose my job? Or if I was you, I wouldn't risk. Just be happy with what you have. Well, if you have experienced this, I would like to ask you if you can see how all this affected your life, how all this affected everyone's life if we have these beliefs, if we never took action. So in order to make our children be more confident, to have a strong self-esteem, we have to change ourselves. We need to change our way of thinking, and the most important, we need to change our old beliefs. We can't control what is going to happen when we are not with our children, but what we can control is what beliefs we pass on to our children and how to treat our children. You see, when you were small, or when our children, when they are small, it is impossible for a child to fill himself up with positive self-esteem. It is impossible. That's why it is our job to fill them, to help them build strong self-esteem. And here is why. Imagine that this is your child mind, okay? So in order to make the child feel good about himself, to believe in himself, to be more happy, what should we put into their mind? We should put thoughts of encouragement, we should put attention, unconditional love, moments of happiness. Yes? Just think, if we will put here seeds of criticism, judgment, fear, comparison, we neglect their emotions, we make them feel shame or embarrassed, how do you think they will feel about themselves? Well, their self-esteem will be affected. So instead of teaching children to be afraid of other people's opinion, we should teach children that the opinion of others doesn't really matter, because the people who care about them, who really care about them, will never judge them. Those people will support them. We should teach children that what they say to themselves, it is more important than what others are saying. We should explain to children that people are coming and going in our life, in their lives, but the person they see in the mirror, which is themselves, is going to be with them for the rest of their lives. We should teach children that if they want to be happy, then they shouldn't get down on themselves when someone say something mean to them or laugh at them. And it's very important to explain to children, to teach children that we can't control other people's words, thoughts, actions, emotions, decisions that they want to take. But what we can control is our thoughts, our actions, our reactions, our decisions, our emotions. So the same, teach children that They have this power to choose if they want to let others to control their lives, to control their mood, their happiness, or stand up for themselves. We should teach children to not compare themselves to others. Tell them that comparing ourselves with others is not helping us, it doesn't make us feel happy. Explain that we are all unique and differences are what makes us unique. Explain that if they want to be happy, they need to respect themselves instead of comparing. Teach them to focus on all the things that they are good at, and all the things that they did very well in the past, on all the things that they can improve, on the things that makes them happy. And we parents also, we need to see our children as unique person and do not compare them with others, because no child is the same, not even twins. Well, some twins, most of them, they look the same, but their personalities are different. They have different, they are different emotionally. One it is more sensitive, one it is more hyper, but they have their own gift, they have their own talent. We should teach children that their confidence, believing in themselves, should be built based on their experiences, and that we should teach them that confidence is not coming from others. Why I'm saying this? Because in my workshops or in the online sessions, when I ask children, where do you think self-confidence is coming from? Their answer is from their friends. Children shouldn't expect from others to tell them how smart, how brave, how beautiful they are. We should teach children about fear, about failure, and about mistakes. When children experience failure or they make a mistake, it is our job to teach them, to help them learn from those failures and those mistakes, and then let them go. Don't carry those mistakes for the rest of their lives with them. We have to avoid making the child feel shame or guilt if he does a mistake. We have to teach children that failure is not something that we should be afraid of. Instead, teach them to learn to see failures as something that will make them smarter, that will make them stronger once they learn from that failure. Also, explain that everyone makes mistakes. No one it is perfect. Teach that they shouldn't feel shame, guilt, embarrassment if they do a mistake. Also, the same like failures, mistakes are opportunities to learn, to grow. I hope you can see how important it is to help children develop a strong self-esteem. But strong self-esteem, it is critical for our children's happiness and success in their lives. Because children with strong self-esteem feel good about themselves. They know that what they stand for and what they believe in. With positive self-esteem, children face the world with the belief system of I'm worth it versus I'm not worth it. Kids with high self-esteem feel good about themselves, and they tend to describe themselves as happy, comfortable in their own skin, confident, and in control. Kids with high self-esteem, they are more likely to go for their dreams, to use criticism as a learning opportunity, to stand up for themselves, to stand up peer pressure, to achieve their goals. While children with low self-esteem, they tend to get down on themselves, and they often experience a lot of negative feelings. They feel like they aren't okay. They feel like something is wrong with them. They lack confidence. They are more likely to stay in their comfort zone and to believe the criticism from others. And because they believe this, they put themselves down. Kids with low self-esteem are more likely to be influenced by their negative peer pressure, and they won't achieve their goals. Self-esteem is very important because it doesn't impact only what we feel about ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. It also impacts the way that we relate to other people, how we handle obstacles in our lives, and what we achieve in our life. So for that reason, helping our children develop strong self-esteem, it is critical for them to live a happy, fulfilling life. If you want my help, I'm more than happy to help you. If you want me to help your child learn how to believe in himself from the inside out, to believe in himself so that he can step outside his comfort zone, try new things, make new friends, raise their hands in class, just message me. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will answer to them. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.